playground, in a very different kind of world in church. And now, almost 40 years later, I'm on my way back to the idea I had at 6. Back to erasing those distinctions between church and the rest of life. It turns out that my approach as a 6-year-old was spot on. The thing is, though, that I learned a lot of pretty wild ideas. A lot of stuff about God, about neighbor, and about self. Ideas that took me out of harmony with what Yeshua described as the most important commandment for understanding life, the law, and the prophets. That I'm to hold a condition called in Aramaic, a condition called rahma, a condition of love for God, neighbor, and self, if I'm going to understand anything about the law and the prophets, or how life works. If I hold anything unlike love in my mind for God, neighbor, or self, when I try to understand life, I'm just plain going to be off the mark, and I have work to do. There is a master tool for doing this work. The master tool for getting to know ourselves more deeply, for developing a deeper prosperity, and it is called forgiveness. And this is the primary tool that Yeshua taught 2,000 years ago. Forgiveness has a lot to do with learning to observe our minds in action. It has a lot to do with observing our minds with intelligence, and to use our attention and to invite the Holy Spirit in to clear up our errors in thought. It also has to do with safety. It has to do with taking responsibility. It has to do with releasing the goals that we hold for the world. It has nothing to do with letting other people off the hook for stuff that they supposedly did to us. That's a Greek concept called pardoning, and it's a nice thing to do, but it's not forgiveness. I'm going to ask you to consider 2 ideas that may sound funny to you, or serious, or otherwise off base. But I'm just going to say, first of all, from now on, let's not forgive anybody. Don't forgive anybody. Don't forgive yourself anymore. And second, let's not do affirmations anymore, or at least let's not stop there. Yeshua never said to forgive anybody. What he said was to forgive as to another. Forgive as to yourself. And these are 2 tiny little words that can make a huge difference when it comes to your spiritual process. Aramaic forgiveness is rooted in the simple truth that we are all energy beings. Einstein said that when it comes to matter, we have been all wrong. What we have heretofore called matter is energy. Energy whose vibrations have been slowed, such as to be perceptible to our senses. We have these antennae